If you meditate, you'll know that you kind of have the zooming in and out effect when you go into deep meditations, as well as like working through layers of your chakras and your auric bodies in a sense. And one thing I noticed today was that when you're zooming in, you're kind of freeing up these wounds and walls, chains, barriers, swords that your parts, your story that you're telling yourself, the way pretty much how your chakras weave, in a sense, the double helix snake, when you get super zoomed in, you start focusing on very hyper specific memories, either with yourself or with your ancestors, and it all is you. All the energy that you're working with in your meditations is you. So when you're focused super in, you'll have specific memories. Like today, for example, for me was a childhood memory. But a lot of the time I am working with my ancestors as well, and how it kind of all like interweaves and connects with different storylines, limited beliefs, shadows, and wounds. And when you free up that space, it allows for all these small, in a sense, generational traumas to be healed, to allow for new paths, in a sense, to these small steps that allow for quantum leaps, for new opportunities, for things that are already in your escrow to come through. And that's when you're super zoomed in a sense, into your being, is what I'm really referring to. To like if you were to look at it, like it'd be like your cells and then whatever's inside your cells. Then you'd zoom out and it'd be like blood cells and then like tissues and that sort of concept. Like subatomic particles, the atom, and then like going up or zooming in. And then when you zoom out, and today's a really great example because of the Sagittarius moon. It's a very expansive moon. It's a lot more macro. It's very broad. You might have experienced this. And when you zoom out, you're understanding the connections with the universe, the part that you interweave and connect with all that is as yourself. And that you're literally energy. And take the same concept with subatomic particles and then atoms and all that, and then you go broader and you start thinking about like fractals and how those are probably all parts. Like here's a better example is group consciousness, and we're all humans and we're all connected, and apply the same thing that like all our souls are connected in this earth consciousness. And those are all parts. And then think about the solar system and all the planets. And that's a specific part and piece. And then you keep on stacking that with galaxies and universes. And then something's holding a universe. And then it's just like, it just goes on and on and on. Because eternity, eternal limitlessness, all that jazz. And it's all held within source as well, which is wild. And by the way, this is all a hologram. It's all a reflection of you, everything external of you. So when you zoom in, you're allowing for these small pieces to create new opportunities. And when you zoom out, you're connecting to a bigger whole, that the part that you play in the bigger whole. And in a sense, how special your existence is. And that also when you heal, you're rippling with all that is in a more congruent, current, compassionate, unconditionally loving way. In a sense, not as stubborn. You're in the flow, the fluency, the light, the the bliss, the pureness, the innocence, not the this is how I want things to be. This is how things are gonna go for me, and I'm gonna make the universe and all that is bend to my will because it needs to happen this way, and if it doesn't happen this way, then it can't happen anyway. But yourself and all that is in the law of attraction already has everything planned out for you, and is, yeah. And that's what that zoomed in, those small parts are, is like these wounds that, because of how things went and how you're told no, in a sense, through fear, sadness, or anger, that you don't want those things to happen again. And you avoid that. I don't know, I talk about that in other videos. If you get what I'm putting down, you get what I'm putting down. In a sense, if you heal your shadow and you heal the small parts, it's actually freeing you to be more of yourself, which allows thus then the bigger part of the piece that you connect to all that is to flow more congruently with ease, currency. There's a word I want to say and it's just not coming, but fluency, ease, yeah, acceptance. Anyway, zooming in and out. It's all a beautiful thing, and it's all serving you.